So anytime we're doing field work, probably the most important issues when you take the samples, the next thing to do is to make sure your notes are up to date. Sometimes you have to take pretty brief and cursory notes and then expand on those when you're back at camp that night. Other times you have a little more time. I have a GPS here, pretty nice GPS because it shows me topography and elevation and some other information. And I've saved my location here in latitude and longitude, and I saved the location of the last Unit G chromatite, but I can switch over to UTM if I want to. So I've described where we are, and I've marked my waypoint and put a brief description in. So I have sample number 20KN-ST1. My note says Heartsburgite tailings in abbreviation. And then, some people will just keep all of their location information in their GPS and not take the time to write it in their field notes because you can download these directly to your computer. Problem with that, what if you lose the GPS? What if the memory somehow gets wiped? So I'm a big believer in redundant notation just to make sure we have it. So I've got that now in my notes, and we're about, according to this, 250 meters distance from our Unit G location. Now, after I've written down a brief description and my location, and here I found another piece of that really gorgeous Unit G, and you can see a prominent layer of olivine, probably maybe serpentinized. And then Dave Mogk and I are taking a look at this Heartsburgite here. This one has just a beautiful weathered surface where you can really pick out the bronzite orthopyroxenes. Remember, that's not quite as pure as enstatite, but it has this really characteristic color leading to the name, and you get just beautiful cleavage planes here. Plagioclase filling in between the grains. And so, of course, this might look like other samples we're taking today, so I would want to take a surface that I don't think will be crucial to our future descriptions. I'm gonna go ahead and put my sample number directly on this. And then very graciously, because this kind of came together last minute under COVID circumstances, or at least that's the excuse I'm using, Dave has provided me with sample bags, and I was thrilled to take him up on that offer. So I'm also marking my sample number here. And note, my sample number has 20, that's for the year, 2020. My initials, so you know which geologist took it. And then oftentimes I'll just have a number. In this case, I want to keep the Stillwater samples distinct from the Laramie and Northicite complex samples that I sampled last week, and so I've got the ST in there. Alrighty, and then we bag it, and we're done. So we're gonna have some really nice teaching samples here.